over the last few years. I've discovered that this awakening is not the end of the story. It's evolving. Yeah,
it's evolving.
It's like deepening. I don't know what the right word is. Yeah, it's not like, oh, now I'm awake. It's finished. Ha, sit in my hammock. Yeah, I can do that, but there is a momentum in the system too. Yeah, and things come up. Sometimes they're just neurotic stories, and I get caught in them. And I come back. Yeah, sometimes they're traumas, and a full body emotional takeover happens. And I'm still, there's a time when I'm in it, like caught in the dream again, and then there's a time when I go, yes, another release of something, yeah? And so here I am, yeah. It's so simple. I saw that all the effort I was making was effort of mind.
All the efforts that you made were also a part of that river's flow. Everything you have done is part of that push home. We don't know in what way they contribute. Maybe each particular contribution is untraceable. You don't know. But it's all part of that. And that seeing, when it comes home, there is a kind of maturing, still a continuing maturing, evolving, against a background of unchanging awareness at the same time. You see, this is a kind of paradox, it seems, that there is awareness which seems to be incapable of growth. Yet the sense of expansiveness is taking place, maybe because the body is here, there is still a dynamic aspect to it. And in the dynamic aspect, there will be continuing one to keep going deeper and deeper, the sense of going deeper and deeper. We don't have to put this under a microscope, but there is just a sense that there's a freshness. Consciousness cannot stay in this realm of manifestation and be unchanging. It's always, there's a fluidity to it. And that the most beautiful way is this continuing sense of expansion. But at the same time, even that expansiveness is being perceived from that which is unchanging, from the immutable space of being. And nothing to really work out there. It's almost like automatically it's going on there. But there is still a sense that there's a quiet vigilance is there. Not sweaty. Also, I think Papaji was asked about this, no? You know, what about, you speak about vigilance and really not letting the attention just stray aimlessly and thinking, oh, it's just attention, doesn't matter. What about you? Do you yourself also have to be vigilant? And he says, to the last breath. What it mean? It might sound discouraging, but not. It's a beauty. There's something, there's an alertness internally, not something's going to go wrong, no. But there's a kind of a vigilance which I call the bodyguard to the beingness. Any sort of little nonsense comes up, it just gets, something goes and looks at it and delete or something, or sort of something happened like that. So, just like that.
It's beautiful to come here in this field you have here, because in my experience of this is it's like an incubator of love and awareness that is building and building and building.
Yeah.
And when I sit here, it's like, just, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for this.
Thank you. Very good. Very good. Nothing more when we say that the self in its aspect as I am or presence or being is only sort of marinating in itself, incubating in itself, not in otherness. It's just marinating in its own self. And what joy nobody can imagine. You see, Spontaneously, one sees that if something needs to happen, like a power comes spontaneously to address that need, and when it is satisfied, again it goes back into neutrality. So you're not hemorrhaging energy. Everything seems, somehow the beingness can also seem very economical in its expression of power. It doesn't, and in another moment, superabundant. So there's no way that we can define, and no need also. No need also to